Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Roblox Hollowed, where the right class can totally change the way you dominate the game. If you've ever felt stuck against tough enemies or wondered why some players seem to breeze through battles, chances are, it's all about their class choice. In Hollowed, every class comes with unique passives and skills that let you deal massive damage, stay alive longer, or just straight up look awesome while crushing your foes. So in this video, we're bringing you the ultimate Hollowed class tier list to help you figure out which classes are top tier and which ones might need a little extra love. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, we've got you covered with tips to make the best pick for your playstyle. Stick around because by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to take your gameplay to the next level. Let's get started. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking classes in Hollowed. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Chains, Elementarist, Ravager, Executioner, Operator, and Sliced. So you're diving into Hollowed and trying to figure out which classes to steer clear of? Don't worry, I've got your back. Today, we're talking about the C-tier classes. These are the ones that look cool on paper, but don't quite cut it in the actual game. They're like that friend who's all talk, but never shows up when it counts. Let's break them down, shall we? First up, we've got Chains, a class that ditches traditional weapons for, well, chains. Sounds pretty edgy, right? And sure, it's fun to swing those bad boys around and trip up your enemies, but the damage output? Meh. It's like Harold, the guy who teaches this class, spent more time practicing his dramatic poses than actually teaching combat effectiveness. Unless you're in it purely for style points, you're better off leaving this one wrapped up. Next, meet the Elementarist. On the surface, it's all harness the raw power of nature. You're out there hurling fireballs, freezing enemies, and whipping up mini tornadoes. But in reality, this class feels more like juggling. You're always trying to keep things balanced without dropping the ball. Danny, the Elementarist trainer, might think they're handing you the keys to the elements, but it's more like they're giving you a barely functional starter kit. It's fun for a bit, but when the real fights start, you'll feel the heat, and not in a good way. Oh, and let's not forget the Ravager, a class for those who think bigger is better. You've got a massive axe, sweeping attacks, and a hefty dose of raw power. Sounds unstoppable, right? Nope. The Ravager is like a lumberjack at a dance recital. Big moves, slow execution. Bruno, the class trainer, might tell you it's all about carving your legacy, but all you're carving is a one-way ticket to frustration. Stick to something faster unless you really love axes. Moving on, we've got the Executioner, which sounds terrifying until you realize it's basically Ravager 2.0. Sure, they've got a reputation for cleaving through anything in their path, but here's the kicker. That's all they've got. No utility, no finesse, just hack, hack, hack. It's like the devs thought, what if Ravager, but shinier? Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Executioners hit hard but bring nothing else to the table, so don't get too attached. And now, the wild card, Operator. You'd think a class that fights with razor-sharp claws would be an absolute beast, but nope. Operators feel like a discount Wolverine. Cool idea, poor execution. They're flashy, sure, but their damage is underwhelming, and their survivability is worse. Constrictor, the trainer, seems to think ferocity can make up for everything else, but trust me, it can't. It's like putting claws on a kitten. Looks fierce, but crumbles under pressure. Finally, we've got Sliced, a dual-wielding sword class that's all about style over substance. Broadus, the trainer, will sell you on the dream of spinning through battle like a tornado of blades, but the reality is less tornado, more light breeze. They've got the moves, sure, but they're squishy and lack the punch to back up their flair. If you're picking this class, it's purely for the cool factor, not because it's actually effective. So there you have it. 6 classes that promise much, but deliver little. If you're looking for a real challenge or just want to make things harder for yourself, go ahead and pick one. Otherwise, stick with the higher tiers and save yourself the headache. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Spectral, Bolt, Vigilante, Severance, Noble Phantom, and Judge. Alright, let's dive right into the magic, mayhem, and mastery of Hollowed. Today, we're looking at the B-tier classes. Those sweet middle ground heroes that are perfect for beginners, but pack enough punch to keep things interesting. Trust me, you're gonna find a favorite here, whether you're all about speed, power, or a touch of spiritual flair. Ready? Let's go! First up, we've got the Spectral class. Imagine slicing through enemies with blades that shimmer like ghostly fire. These warriors don't just fight, they glide. Their secret? Ethereal energy. It's like they're part spirit, part swordsman, and entirely awesome. Tyrell's the one who teaches this class, and if you're lucky enough to train under him, you'll learn how to turn that otherworldly glow into pure battlefield domination. Graceful, deadly, and just a bit spooky. Spectral is for those who want style with their strikes. Next, meet Bolt, a class that's basically a masterclass in martial arts with a lightning twist. Finn's got this one down to a science, teaching you how to deliver punches, high kicks, and sweeping strikes faster than your enemies can even blink. It's about precision and speed, and yeah, you're gonna feel like a total action hero. Picture this, a flurry of blows, each landing with perfect timing, leaving your opponents wondering what just hit them. That's Bolt. Quick, relentless, and oh so satisfying. Then we've got the shadowy world of the Vigilante. This is the dagger class that screams assassin energy. It's all about stealth, speed, and clever maneuvers. Lunaru, the trainer here, isn't just teaching you to fight. She's teaching you how to vanish, teleport, and dash around the battlefield like a blur. One moment, you're in front of your enemy, the next, you're behind them, delivering the finishing blow. It's high risk, high reward, and endlessly fun if you love playing with fire. Or, in this case, shadows. Now, for all you rapid strike enthusiasts, the Severance class is your go-to. Galen's got you covered with this one, teaching you how to dance through the fray with dual daggers. It's not just about speed, it's about precision. Every slash counts, and when you're moving this fast, it's like watching a storm of steel unfold. There's a rhythm to it, almost like a deadly ballet, and if you master it, you'll leave your enemies stunned, quite literally. And finally, let's not forget the heavy hitters, the Judge class. Kira's your mentor here, and she's all about making a statement. With a great sword in hand, every strike you land feels like the ground itself is trembling. This class isn't about finesse, it's about pure, unrelenting power. Each blow resonates, reshaping the battlefield and making sure everyone knows who's in charge. If you want to feel like an unstoppable force of nature, Judge is where it's at. So, whether you're slicing through enemies with ghostly precision, teleporting across the field like a ninja, or landing earth-shaking blows that make your opponents think twice about life, the B-tier classes in Hollowed offer something for everyone. They're versatile, they're fun, and honestly, they're just really cool. Which one are you picking? Let me know in the comments. I'm dying to hear your favorites. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Swordsman, Dimensional Knight, and Field Crosser. Alright, let's talk about the absolute game changers in Hollowed, the A-tier classes. These bad boys may not be the peak of perfection like the S-tier, but trust me, they can obliterate anything that dares to cross their path. If you're looking for power, style, and a dash of elegance, these are the picks that'll make you feel like a true legend in the making. Let's dive in, starting with my personal favorite, the Swordsman. First up, the Swordsman. Imagine slicing through enemies with the finesse of an artist painting their masterpiece. This class is all about precision and speed, combining lightning-quick dashes with counter-blocking so smooth it feels unfair to your opponents. And here's the kicker. The Swordsman's skills aren't just about raw damage, they're about outplaying and outmaneuvering your enemies. Taught by the legendary Seidur, these warriors embody the very essence of blade mastery. If you want to feel like a swift breeze cutting through chaos, this is your go-to. Now, let's crank things up with the Dimensional Knight. This hyperclass takes everything you thought you knew about combat and flips it on its head. Originating from the Field Crosser class, these knights bend reality itself. Trained by none other than Prince Liam at the Vestal Castle training grounds, Dimensional Knights have this knack for making their opponents feel like they're playing a whole different game. Trust me, stepping into this role feels like stepping into a new dimension, literally. Finally, we've got the Field Crosser. If you're into spears and want to feel like an absolute beast on the battlefield, this is the class for you. Field Crossers spin their weapons with such fluidity and precision that it's almost hypnotic, until you realize they're charging right at you. Larry, their trainer, teaches students to pierce through enemy defenses like a hot knife through butter. Whether you're looking to control the fight or just make everyone else on the battlefield look slow, the Field Crossers got your back. So, there you have it. The Swordsman, Dimensional Knight, and Field Crosser. 3 A-tier classes that'll make you feel unstoppable in Hollowed. Which one are you picking? Let me know, because honestly, you can't go wrong with any of these. The classes in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Necromancer, Bloodshed, Hera, and Engineer. Oh, you think you've mastered Hollowed? Think again, because today we're diving into the creme de la creme of classes, the S-tier legends that can either make you a god among mortals or the ultimate team MVP. Whether you're summoning legions of the undead, draining life from your enemies, or tinkering with high-tech gadgets, these classes redefine what it means to dominate. So buckle up, it's about to get intense. First up, we have the Necromancer, the OG of dark magic and spooky vibes. This class is all about commanding an army of the dead, and let me tell you, there's something so satisfying about watching your enemies get overrun by a horde of skeletal minions. The Necromancer doesn't just fight, they control the battlefield, bending life and death to their will like it's no big deal. If you're looking to turn every fight into a horror movie, Corrupted Shadow is the trainer you need to hunt down. Next, meet Bloodshed, the class that says, why just hurt your enemies when you can hurt yourself too? These blood mages are hardcore, sacrificing their own life force to fuel devastating spells that wreck entire groups of enemies. It's high risk, high reward, and honestly, watching your health bar drop as you unleash carnage is the adrenaline rush you didn't know you needed. For those of you daring enough, Monomach will teach you how to embrace the chaos. Now let's talk about Hera, the class for all you team players out there. No offensive spells, no big damage numbers, just pure, unfiltered support. Hera is the glue that holds your party together, healing wounds and buffing allies like an angel in disguise. Don't sleep on this class though, a good Hera can mean the difference between victory and wiping out. If you want to be the unsung hero of every raid, Ali is your go-to trainer. And finally, we've got the Engineer, the mad genius of Hollowed. Armed with a flintlock in one hand and a dagger in the other, this class is all about versatility. Aim, shoot, headshot, boom, bonus damage. Then, when the enemies get too close, switch to the dagger and show them you're no one-trick pony. Nicholas the Engineer can be found in a cozy little 2-story building near Vestel Castle, ready to turn you into a battlefield mastermind. So there you have it, the S-tier classes that'll make you feel unstoppable in Hollowed. Whether you're summoning, sacrificing, healing, or sniping, these classes aren't just tools, they're an experience. Which one are you picking first? Let me know in the comments because I'm dying to hear your stories of glorious domination. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.